Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to this stream. Welcome to this edition of yet another watch along video. It is the second semi final. Of course, this time around, England going up against Argentina. This is a serious grudge match. In fact, these two nations do not honestly like each other. And of course, there's a bit of history in this fixture. Remember the famous hand of God, Maradona, 1986. So remember 1998, the famous David Beckham red card. Argentina won it on penalties. Of course, 2-2. They got their revenge. Beckham getting his revenge after being abused for 4 years because they said that he was the one who cost England that particular World Cup. So these two, of course, always headed for this collision course. Of course, it's always a grudge match when these two actually meet. Actually, it's the first time that these two are meeting since 2002. 24 years later, since their last meeting at a World Cup when they met in 2002 in the group stage, the group that also had the likes of Sweden and Nigeria. And of course, on that particular day, uh, year rather, Argentina were eliminated from the group stage. Of course, England and Sweden did progress to the round of 16. So, of course, bit of history, as you know, this might not be the same. Like you might not really follow the same pattern that we saw yesterday, France and Spain, where it's just a clean game, no fouls. Today, trust me, the tackles might be flying in. It might become very petulant at some point. So, but anyway, at the end of the day, it's because the stakes are so high for these two teams. Of course, England have only won this World Cup once. And of course, for Argentina, they have won it 3 times and they are also the defending champions. So, of course, whoever wins today books their slot in the final against a Spanish team that was able to dismantle France yesterday very emphatically. 2-0 victory. In fact, their best performance of the tournament. Uh, also up there with the likes of the one that the Spain managed to beat. What's the name of this team? Austria. So of course, let's see who's gonna book their chance to go to the World Cup final. And of course, let's see whether it's gonna be a repeat or whether there's gonna be another World Cup final for Lionel Messi. He's only made it to 2 finals, won it in 2022, lost a final to Germany in 2014. Let's see whether it's gonna be third time lucky for him or for England. Of course, this team, they are golden generation, which I think is in between glories because you don't really know whether this golden generation is coming or going. Don't really know how they are gonna perform. And of course, for Tuchel, I think it's gonna be a huge deal for him because it's gonna justify his team selection because he left so many other squad selection other because he left so many stars at home. He left Harry Maguire, Cole Palmer, um, Phil Foden, Morgan Gibbs White, and also Cole Palmer at home. Did not even pick them for this tournament. So it's it's a chance. This, of course, the English media is waiting for him. If they do go to win this World Cup, he's gonna justify his selection. But of course, if they're going to lose and maybe not win this World Cup, of course they are gonna come for him and say, you know what, maybe you should have brought the likes of Cole Palmer, these guys maybe to go and help you. But anyway, let's see how this game is gonna unfold for the next 90 minutes or potential 120 minutes. And of course, for England, Pickford is in goal, James, Stones, Gay, Spence, Rice, Anderson, Bellingham, Rogers, Gordon, and of course Harry Kane. For Argentina, Martinez, Molina, Romero, uh, Lisandro Martinez, Tagliafico, Paredes and McAllister, the two sixes. Then of course Simeone on the right, Fernandez on the left, Alvarez and Messi as the center forward. So we're gonna see, of course, how this game is gonna unfold. England, I think, are gonna play in a 4-2-3-1 as always. That is the system that they have deployed for many of the games of this tournament. While for Argentina, they're gonna play in their usual 4-4-2, or should I say 4-1-2-1-2 system, more of a diamond, where I think Simeone and Fernandez are gonna be playing as what you call not want to say traditional wingers, but more or less like midfielders who play on the wing. So, of course, you clearly know that for Argentina, their biggest threat comes through the middle because they don't really have any wingers out there. So, of course, you're going to expect all their play to be down the middle. And, of course, Argentina, en route to this semi-final. They played Algeria, Austria, and also Jordan. Then they played Cape Verde, Egypt, Switzerland, and now of course they are playing England for a chance at the final. While for England, they played against Croatia, Ghana, of course, and Panama, and then they played DR Congo, then Mexico, and then so the team that they played Norway in the round of actually in the quarterfinal. Anyway, so we're just about ready to start. Argentina in their changed kits, and for England in their all white kit. So we're gonna see, of course, who's gonna come out on top. This has the prospect of being a very, very good game. And can clearly see this tension out there. Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane on 6 World Cup goals, while for Messi is on actually 8 World Cup goals, tied with Kylian Mbappe. Of course, Kylian Mbappe could not carry his team to a final yesterday, so all eyes will be on Messi. Of course, he is the record breaker. He's the one who's actually on most the most contributions of any player at the World Cup. I think it's like 31 because he has got 21 goals and 10 assists across World Cup matches in his career. So, of course, that is the most for any player. And of course, it is the most for him because he, for this particular World Cup, he's actually playing at his 6th World Cup. His first appearance was in 2006. Yeah, we actually got his first goal in that 2006 World Cup, where he actually, for Argentina, they are clearly underwhelming. Had one of the best squads at the tournament, but could not transform it into a victory. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And of course, let's hope that this game is gonna be epic. So it's gonna be epic, and of course, game has already kicked off. Skugay, this is Jed Spence, who had a very wonderful cameo off the bench against Norway. Clearly, excuse me, clearly came and played his heart out. So let's see. Of course, who's gonna make it to Sunday's final. Of course, Sunday's final is gonna be played from 2200 hours, and of course, the third place playoff game is gonna be played on Saturday from midnight. The foul in there. Of course, the referee has already blown for it, and of course, well, they say actually the pressure is more on Argentina than it is on England. But for me, I'm saying no. What at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because pressure is on both teams. You do expect both teams at least to go for it because the pressure is on both of them. The pressure is clearly on both of them to see who makes it to the World Cup semi-final. The throwing for Argentina to be taken by Tagliafico. By Messi. Messi, is he being held back? No, referee has not really blown for the foul. And clearly see that. Anyway, this World Cup, the thing that I've been super impressed about is that the officiating has been top notch, as opposed maybe to a few dodgy decisions here and there. But at the same time, it's been top notch, and you can clearly see. Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a serious grudge match. Already, tempers are flaring, man. It has already started. I said it. I said it. It's gonna be a serious, serious grudge match, man. It has already started, man. Yeah, Paredes just walking away. Of course, both sets of players will be ensuring that they avoid an early booking or just maybe, yeah, Fernandez with, what was that on Elliot Anderson? I don't know why they thought that it was a foul on Messi. It wasn't a foul on Messi because the referee was wonderfully placed to have a look at that. In fact, he got the best view in the stadium, even like 2 or 3 meters away from the incident. So, of course, he's going to see what really happened. So, anyway, I told you, yes, the grudge match has started. The grudge match has started, man. Yeah. And clearly see it's so important for both sets of players to at least get a foothold in this game. Yeah, many are also predicting our potential penalty shootout. Well, if it gets to penalties, man, that might be one of the most epic stories of this World Cup. Because who knew that England and Argentina are gonna go to penalties, man? Spence dispossessed, it's picked up by Simeone, nice pass into Romero, it's cleared by Argentina. Messi, yes, chasing down Gay back to his goalkeeper, Pickford. The Pickford gonna go long. Elliot Anderson, is Reece James. Elliot Anderson, it's out of play. So anyway, of course, England will be hoping to at least make it to a World Cup final. The second time in their history, they've only made it to one World Cup final. That was way back in 1966 on home soil, on which they went on to win. Rogers taking on Tagliafico. Rogers! Yeah, well defended by McAllister. It's out for a corner. Yes. Rogers forcing the corner. Yes, off McAllister. So, of course, this England team is very good from set pieces. They are very good from set pieces. So, can't really say that they are not do not carry a threat from these set pieces. Let's hope the game is not gonna the quality of the game is not gonna get degraded, man, because of the tension. Because like I said, tension that these two have in this game. Yep. Anyway, corner from Declan Rice. Let's see what England are gonna do from this. Declan Rice over the corner. Declan Rice, good cross into the box, cleared by Romero, picked up by Simeone. Messi unable to get to the ball. Foul by Gay on Alvarez. Gonna be a free kick. Eish. I said it. I told you this is gonna be a very, very physical game. Can clearly see that the fouls are beginning to come in, man. Of course, even all the pushing and shoving inside the box. These two, for a fact, do not clearly like each other. Tagliafico, McAllister. Tagliafico, was he fouled by Rogers? Was that Bellingham? It was James, so he was fouled. So it's gonna be a free kick. Of course, England hoping to make it to back-to-back international tournaments finals. Because they did meet Spain in the final of the European Championship 2 years ago, which they actually lost. So they'll be hoping that at least this time around, if they are to get to the final, they're gonna get one over Spanish team that looks very complete at the moment. Because they are playing like a serious team. But of course, regardless of whether the Spanish won yesterday, I don't think them winning the World Cup is gonna be easy because, of course, either one of these two teams can actually give them a go in the game in the final. But of course, I do think, in my opinion, Argentina are gonna give them a much better game than England, because of course Argentina, I think, have got better quality players out there compared to England. England, like I said, in that European final, you could clearly see that they were just more or less playing on the counter because they knew maybe they were no match for that Spanish team. And in fact, if you look at the team that actually played that World Cup, it's only a few team players who are not there. Of course, Spence was not there, but the rest of the players were there. So it's more or less a similar looking team, the one that played in the European Championship final against Spain. Because McAllister just kicks it straight out of play. It's gonna be a throw in. Started by England. Is Bellingham. That comes to nothing, man. It's now Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez back to his goalkeeper Martinez. Yeah. Yeah, also quite a number of players here playing England. Of course, Lisandro Martinez, Emi Martinez, Romero, McAllister, Enzo Fernandez. Yes, like half the Argentine team plays in England. Because I think this is the first time that Messi is coming up against England. I don't remember seeing Messi playing against England. Of course, Messi, intercepted by Anderson. Anderson unable to turn it over, loses the ball. Was picked up by now Lisandro Martinez. Oh my goodness. Tell you this game, man. This game. This game, man. Wow. Eish. It's already boiling over, man. Can clearly see Elliot Anderson hanging on to Fernandez. Clearly doesn't want him to get up. My God. It's already started. I told you. Of course, this game, I already told you guys from the beginning, this one is going to be a grudge match. It's going to be a cage match. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a cat fight as well. Should I say a dog fight? Whichever, man. It's gonna be a clean game like the one we got yesterday against like France and between France and Spain. This one is, of course, because of the history involved. Already both sets of players have committed four fouls. Here you go. Four fouls in 12 minutes. So that's eight fouls in total. So neither team have been able to at least get into the groove because the game has clearly been start, stop, start, stop. So maybe eventually the game is in fact gonna slow down. Do expect maybe now both teams to at least calm each other down and of course begin to go on the attack. And of course also maybe for both teams do expect it to be not really a serious fight, but fact, because I don't think either team wants to back down, especially Argentina in behind for Simeone, but of course it's brought back for free kick, rather offside. You see what I mean? Look at that from Pickford, man. Look at that. I tell you guys. That's like that another fire. No, it's not really just a coming together, but can clearly see that you already set up for a very, very epic showdown. You might actually think that these two actually are it's actually a local derby. It's like a club game. You might actually think that these two countries are serious neighbors, man. Nice pass by Spence. England on the attack. This is Gordon. 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 Gordon cuts inside. Waited for too long, man. Gordon. Release, bro. That is why there are 11 players on the pitch. Play with them, man. Messi. Nice, wonderful play, man. Exchanging of passes. 1-2. This is looking for Alvarez on the far side. James, the mistake at the back. Into the box, Enzo Fernandez. Into the far side for Tagliafico. Tagliafico able to recycle it. It's Paredes. Paredes, this is Martinez. Paredes. Yeah, I do expect maybe this first half to be a little bit cagey. Because, of course, both teams are going to try and ensure that they don't really try and force the issue so much. Because, of course, they're worried about the other teams are attacking intent. It's McAllister. Intercepted by Gay. Just down by Spence. Simeone wins the throw in on the far side. Yeah, Simeone clearly is a guy who loves a fight, man. Clearly been brought in there to actually. Yeah, because of course, from his Atletico Madrid roots, he plays for Atletico Madrid. So, of course, Atletico Madrid, all their games are fights, man. One back by Bellingham. Nice tackle by Paredes. Nice tackle on Bellingham. Clearly stopped him in his tracks. McAllister able to turn on the half turn. Messi, was he fouled? No, he wasn't. Referee letting the game go is what you want to see, man. And of course, Simeone able to foul Gordon. Of course, stop that potential counter attack. Eish. Eish. These two, man. What if they ever meet in a World Cup final someday? It's possible. What if these two are to meet in a World Cup final one day, man? How might that game go? But the stakes are so high in this game. Stakes are really, really high for both countries, man. Because Argentina, usual system defense is a 4-4-2. Of course, Alvarez normally likes to drop into the pocket. And of course, occupy that central area. While for Messi, just happy to stay upfield. Chris James. James on the overlap on the far side, combining with Spence. Spence. Gonna be a corner. Yep. No corner. It's actually a corner, rather actually goal kick to Argentina. Still no chances created for either side, eh? But of course, as far as fouls are concerned, man, fouls are completely racked up. Already 8 fouls committed in this game. Tagliafico blocked. Back with Pickford. Can clearly see the tactical battle out there today, eh? It's gonna be a serious tactical battle. Nice tackle by Tagliafico on Rogers. Rogers, get up, man. You're not gonna get a foul for that. It's already been actually waved away by the referee. So, yeah, it's a fair tackle, man. Of course, the referee today clearly having a very, very difficult game to manage here. Because there already been a few dodgy decisions, but he's trying his level best to ensure that the game flows, eh? Which is what you want to see. Don't want the game to be a start-stop scenario. where it's just the ball cannot even stay in play or even keep moving even for around even 30 seconds. At least you want the game to flow, man. This is Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Rogers. Tackled by Lisandro Martinez. It's out for a throw in. Is Anderson. Gordon combining with Kane. The far side to Rogers. Reece James. Cross into the box. Easy for Martinez. Nice move from England. I think that is what they need to do. They clearly need to let Reece James and Jed Spence go on the overlap on either side. Because I think that is going to be England's best route to goal. Because I don't think they'll be able to at least combine and actually create chances through the middle because, of course, Argentina have got three central midfielders in there, and I do expect them to be very, very compact as well. Anderson able to win the ball of Messi, chest back. It's Enzo Fernandez. This is Tagliafico. Going to get a wonderful pass into Enzo. This is Alvarez. 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 Alvarez cuts inside. Finds Messi on the far side. It's cleared by Elliot Anderson. Recycled into Messi. Clear. It's actually Messi is in an offside position. Yeah, Argentina at least able to bypass that England press. That's why I said I think if I'm to assess both teams, of course, Argentina's main threat is gonna be down the wing because they clearly actually their main threat is gonna be through the middle because they've got those central midfielders, but at the same time, they're gonna ensure that their central midfielders do tack in so that at least they can free up Tagliafico and Molina to go on the overlap. And at the same time, expect them at least to combine and actually try and create chances either through the middle or actually down the wing because of the players that they have in there. So actually four central midfielders, and I think it's gonna make them more and more compact. So for England, it might be peak for them because tracking those four central midfielders might actually be a very, very huge tall order for them. So I just hope that they'll be able to at least watch the runners. While for England, I can say think their best threat is gonna come down the wing because of course they've got the wingers out there. I don't expect them to actually go through the middle channel because of course those four central midfielders for Argentina are gonna ensure that they play in a serious low block and deny any kind of spaces through the middle. So of course Reece James and Jed Spence in this game are gonna come in handy for England. Of course on those overlapping runs. About to head into a first hydration break. Yeah, both teams continue to feel each other into this game, man. Still no chances created or even no shots on target, off target for either side. So that tells you the story of the game so far. Martinez is Paredes. England, because it's a 4-4-4-2 defensive shape. It's a foul on McAllister by Bellingham. Ouch. Yeah, stamped on his foot, man. It's gonna be a free kick to Argentina. I think this has to be the last action of this first quarter before the hydration break. Messi he starts play. This is Simeone. Simeone versus Spence. Simeone forces a corner of Spence. Argentina at least with a chance to put the ball into the box. Okay. Hey man. It's like every set piece is just gonna turn out like this, eh? But the referee is always giving the goalkeeper and the player who's marking him a talking to because they're already going at him, man. Anyway, Messi corner comes in. Oh, but the referee had already blown for the foul, so I think that has to be the hydration break right there. Huh? There you go. Hydration break. Hydration break. Well, the story of this first quarter so far can clearly see that both teams are playing that proper tactical game where they're just trying to deny each other spaces behind. Of course, both teams are happy to play in a mid to low block, especially when they are defending. That is why the story of the game so far, no shots for either team. In fact, touches inside the box for England, only one, and for Argentina, we only managed three. No big chances as well. 99 passes for England to 125 passes for Argentina. Yep, can clearly see that has been the story of the game so far. Clearly ensuring that they keep it compact at all times, man. So I'm saying this is a serious chess game. This is a serious chess game. This is what you call a tactical game, Kabisa. Tactical, physical, gonna be maybe also gonna be petulant at some point. It has already been a bit petulant, of course, inside the first 1.5 minutes. Already the players or there was actually a coming together. So can clearly see that both teams clearly have the understand the history of both the countries and clearly know that you know what we are not gonna surrender to the other. And we're gonna ensure that at least we go continue fighting and we go for the kill. But anyway, these hydration breaks have also been kind of what are they called? A small team talks where both managers are able to at least able to regroup and also maybe get in a few words in to the players. And of course, in the past, especially at this hydration break, we have seen how it has been an up in fortune for some of the teams. After this hydration break, other teams have actually ascended while other teams have completely fallen off. So I don't know that that's gonna be the same case here, but we will see. Foul count 5 for England, 6 for Argentina. There you go. No shots, but of course, the foul count is at least up to 11 already. The first 27 minutes. That tells you the story of the game, man. Yeah, both teams know each. I don't want to say they know each other so well, but at least both teams know that they in this situation where they're saying, "No, what we are not gonna allow to lose this game to this lot." Turned over, Pickford, picked up by Alvarez. Alvarez, Messi. Messi did not see that Enzo Fernandez was on the level up on the far side. Messi, yeah, come on, awareness, Messi, man. Pickford, come on. Yeah, he's supposed to go long. In that particular instant, it didn't really work out for England. The throw into Argentina, not England. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that. Thomas Tuchel is clearly angry, man, and so animated on the touchline, man. Clearly thought that that was a throw into England. I also think that another thing that's gonna really be important for both sets of keepers is the ability to see a pass through the channels. Yeah, because of course both teams are gonna try and ensure that they mark any kind of passing lane to any of the centre backs or the central midfielder. So of course the keen eye of the goalkeepers, especially to pick out a pass, especially to either one of the midfielders or the forwards, is gonna be really crucial. Jimenez, not Jimenez. Actually, that's Jimenez rather. Sorry, Simeone. Sorry, why am I saying Jimenez? Simeone. I don't know. I'm confusing him, man. This Elliot Anderson. Is Harry Kane supposed to come deep, looking for run of Reece James? Something that is always a feature of Kane's game. Always comes deep and always looks to the run of so somebody on this right hand side, whether it be Madueke in previous games or Saka or the right back. But at least I'm happy that today Tuchel has actually gone with the proper fullbacks, eh? Because in the last game against Norway, you could clearly see that he played Stones and Concert right back. Concert is not really a right back, eh? By McAllister, back to Christian Romero, the hero of the game, especially against Egypt and also against Cape Verde. Nice pass. Alvarez, nice pass into Tagliafico. Paredes, Tagliafico. Back to Alvarez, Paredes. Yep, England forced to go back because at least England Argentina able to bypass that high press. So of course, England just going back into their shape, just looking to regroup. So the far side into Tagliafico to Martinez, Paredes looking for the run of Simeone, but it's gonna be actually that was Molina, but the pass was kind of overcooked. Ah, Capello. At some point, he was the England manager. Was it in 2009 or 2010 or what? Christian Romero, picked up by Bellingham. Bellingham. Bellingham, is he fouled? Yes, he was. It's going to be a free kick. For blows for the foul, man. On Jude Bellingham. A free kick to England. To be taken by Rice. Looks this looks threatening, eh? Argentina is not the team that is has tall players out there. Rice into the box. Ah, the first Stones unable to get his header towards goal. I think that has to be the first opportunity of the game for from both teams. Eh? Coming in the 33rd minute, man. Clearly see the kind of game that we've had today. The first opportunity for either side has come in the 33rd minute. It Spence fighting for the ball with the Simeone. Fouls are gay. It's gonna be another foul, man. Fouls are now 8 apiece, man. Only 16 fouls committed in this game, and only one shot, only one attacking chance for either team. And I think Spain are doing the good study of this game, clearly getting to understand the kind of game that they're gonna be in for in the final. Because of course, they're with the winners of this game, so they know, what, if it's gonna be England, there's a kind of game, there's a particular game that they're gonna have to play. Of course, England, they've been able to dismantle, not really actually do away with England in previous tournaments. But I don't think they've ever met Argentina in a World Cup. Have Spain ever met Argentina in a World Cup? I don't think so. I don't remember any game where the Spaniards met the Argentines in a World Cup. Maybe it's going to be a World Cup of firsts. We are going to see. Yeah, man. But anyway, the story of the game so far, you can clearly see, guys, it's just been a proper, lack of a better word, slugfest. Gonna be a proper slugfest, man. Simeone fighting for the ball with Spence. Picked up by Gordon. Gordon into Bellingham. Bellingham is foul. It's gonna be a free kick. Anyway, England another free kick opportunity. This time around, James is gonna be charged with delivering the ball into the box. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's see what this James is gonna do from this. Will actually be dangerous, man. Let's see. This James into the box, punched away by Martinez, headed back into the box. It's already been cleared by Argentina, and this has been cleared by Alvarez, recycled by James into Rice. Rice gives it away. Oh man, Argentina. Hope they don't get caught out, man. Hey, Messi. Messi fouled by Spence. It's gonna be a free kick. Hey, tempers, man. Hey, Messi. Although he kept the ball away from Spence and also from Harry Kane. Also been able to niggle away from Elliot Anderson. 3 players, man. This guy is 39, but he's playing like he's 22 or 23. I told you, this is always going to be a grudge match, man. Always going to be a grudge match. Already the second coming together this game, man. Yeah, I think Anderson is going to be given a yellow card there because he clearly brought down Messi. Yeah, so Anderson has picked up a yellow card. Look at this, man. Messi away from Gordon. And then, of course, it took Elliot Anderson to bring him down. Of course, Argentine, man, that was actually bad, man. Because Spence actually hit Messi into Anderson. Eish. Can clearly see the game plan from England maybe is to clearly just stop Messi from getting on the ball, man. What you call dark arts. You prevent the other team from playing their game by actually now keep on persistently fouling their star man. I don't know how long they can actually continue that tactic, but we will see. Anyway, it's Messi with a free kick for Argentina. Messi into Paredes, back to Messi. Messi shot is blocked by Kane. Fernandez! Oh! Just slightly over the bar. Look like the keeper got a touch, eh? Wait, somebody get a touch in there. Look like a deflection, man. Okay. Anyway, it's already been given as a goal kick, eh? I think for England, their best route maybe to goal is via set piece. So they look more threatening, especially from a set piece. Rather than that, they haven't really created anything else. For Argentina, like I said, yeah, we got the players out there, of course, can actually go through the middle and they can also go down the wing. Because, of course, if you get Messi, give Messi, of course, the ball on the half turn, you expect him to go at least past a few challenges. Eh? But the good thing with Messi is that even if the game is quite difficult for him, you do expect him at least to drop back into midfield, pick up the ball, and advance it forward. And especially also now begin to draw players towards him. Because, of course, if he does go by one or two players, it's going to pull the defense out of shape. Elliot Anderson with the header, Kane, picked up by Jimenez. No, not Jimenez. What's the name of this guy? Simeone, rather. It's cleared by Rice. Yep. The battle lines have clearly been drawn out there, man. This is going to be a serious, serious battle for both teams, man. Paredes. This is Martinez. Martinez, Lisandro coming forward. Lisandro Martinez now with Alvarez. Alvarez into Romero. Romero is Molina. Is Messi. And clearly see the players are trying to swamp around Messi, man. They clearly know he is the danger man. Lisandro Martinez, Tagliafico, Lisandro, Alvarez. Alvarez. This is Simeone on the far side. Fernandez. This is Paredes. Paredes into Lionel Messi. Enzo Messi. Simeone. Enzo Fernandez. This is Messi. Messi gives away the ball, man. Jude Bellingham tries to launch the counter. Being held back by Lisandro Martinez. Gonna be a first yellow card for Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, England clearly denied the space to the middle for Argentina to actually progress. Of course, Rogers was fouled by Lisandro Martinez. It's going to be a free kick. And of course, the good thing about semi-finals is that you don't really carry a suspension from the quarter-final. As soon as you get to the semi-final, all the cards do, the potential suspensions are wiped out. So it's actually now a clean slate for both teams. That's why there's nobody on a suspension tightrope. But of course, from the round of 32 to the round of 16 to the quarter-final, you do carry a potential of a suspension. Argentina turn it over. This is Enzo Fernandez into Molina on the far side. Molina to Enzo. England just happy to sit back in a low block. Anderson able to win the ball back. Fouled. Started quickly by Bellingham. Bellingham. Nice tackle by Romero. Molina. This is Martinez. Lisandro. Then this is Tagliafico. Alvarez, nice pass. Now with Paredes. Paredes is Molina. Simeone sees the run of actually that was Molina sees the run of Simeone. It's gonna be a throw into England. Anyway, can't really say that this half has flown by because it's just been a proper cage match, eh? Proper cage match from both teams, eh? Anderson back with Pickford. These Stones is Spence through the middle, but unable to find Jude. It's cleared by was that Paredes? Who was that? It was Lisandro Martinez. Cleared by Spence is now Elliot Anderson. Also switches the flanks. James is not gonna keep it in play. Agliafico throws the ball back into play. Picked up by Jude Bellingham. No foul on Jude. Thank you, referee. Just allow the game to flow, man. That was no foul on Jude. Gonna have 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. Expected more, man. Expected maybe 5 or 6 because of the interruptions, the fouls, the hydration break. Is Spence into Gay. Gay, this is Harry Kane. Declan Rice into Rhys James on the far side. Rhys James almost gave it away, but at least he was bailed out by Rice. Is Elliot Anderson. Is Declan Rice. Rhys James. England clearly trying to now break down this low block of Argentina. On James. Clearly Rogers is asking, okay, come on, guys. Come on, play closer to me, man. You guys are a bit far, man. You're leaving me a lot of space. Just want me to go get past my man and deliver the ball into the box, but how can I get past my man? Hasn't really been enough space out there for me. So of course you need to give me opportunity to do that. Because of course you don't really expect Rogers to be the kind of winger who's gonna take on his man and of course dribble. Maybe that was Saka, maybe. Or maybe even Madueke. Or Rashford. Because for Rogers is not really out and out winger. He's more of a number 10 converted into a winger. Stagliafico, Alvarez. Is that a foul? No foul, man. No foul on Enzo Fernandez. Referee lets it go on. Kane gives it away. It's cleared by Lisandro. Picked up by Paredes. Yeah, with the high boot. I think that has to be the last action of this first half. Eh? Well, A proper slugfest, man. Yeah, already on 19 fouls committed in the game, man. Just to be last attack. I'm on referee. Delivered in the box. Deflected out for a corner. They're gonna be time for a corner. I don't think so. So the referee blows for halftime. The referee blows for halftime. I think the protest from the England players is that why didn't they allow the corner to be taken? But of course, time was already run out. So anyway, maybe the referee was like, you know what, don't want anybody else to actually. I don't want this game to continue in this half, man. We are together. England, go, go, go. Really? You guys are supporting England? Nah. Support Messi, man. But anyway, it's fine. It is fine. It's fine. But anyway, it's what we call a very cagey half, full of so many tackles, neither team wanting to let up. Of course, momentum always switching in each team's favor. Each team goes on the attack. Of course, they start defending, the other team goes on the attack. Then they switch back up again. So it's that type of game. It is that type of game. Only I think we've only had two chances for England of a set piece. Can't really say we've seen a lot of action in this first half. It's been in a serious physical game, tactical battle. Also the word the word the foul count is quite high already on almost 20 fouls. 12 for Argentina, 7 for England. So got so many fouls committed out there, more than chances created. Of course, you expect that of such a game because, like I said, these are actually a serious rivalry. Been a serious rivalry since the 1986 Maradona goal, hand of goal. Because in fact, Maradona in that particular game, he was a villain in the eyes of England fans. And of course, went to that amazing run, scored the goal of the century. And of course, in a space of a game or a couple of minutes, he had gone from zero to hero. So, of course, producing a cheating moment in the game, and then later on showing that, you know what, I'm still the best. I'm still the best. One of the greatest players of all time. That amazing solo goal, man. So, anyway, ever since that time, whenever these two meet in the World Cup, it is always a serious showdown. Always a serious showdown, man. That's why I said at the beginning, don't expect this to be a quiet game full of very, very few fouls like the game yesterday between France and Spain. This one was always going to be a serious fight. Both teams going at each other, and also both teams at least trying to outdo each other one way or the other. And of course, because it's also a grudge match, expect also the tempers to flare up at some point. Because if I'm to look at yesterday's game, by the way, only produced three yellow cards. Two for France, one for Spain, and Spain committed 12 fouls, while not Argentina, France committed 11. So only 23 fouls committed in the game. But already in this game, at halftime, already all the way up to 19. So that tells you the kind of game that both these teams are playing. And of course, if I'm to look at the prediction, let me see who was actually being tipped by the bookmakers to actually win. Funny enough, it's England. England with a 48% chance of winning, while Argentina are on a 37% chance of winning this game. Eish. But anyway, Like I said, doesn't really much to talk about in that first half. Haven't really been any serious talking points. I'll pretty much say that the game has it's been a game for the referee, man. Referee is the one who's been kept busy in that half. Because if I'm to look at the stats, let me have a look at the stats. Yeah, so if you look at the stats right here, match momentum, got to pretty much see that not really been serious clear catches. I think this was the earlier set piece for England. Of course, this one here, I remember which chance this was, but you can clearly see out here, man. This is now the story of the game so far, guys. This is now the story of the game. 44% ball possession for England, 56 for Argentina. Look at the expected goals 0.05, 0.03. That's why I said this game haven't hasn't had any real chances out there. Yeah. And of course, shots on target, zero. Total shots, two for Argentina, one for England, zero shots on target. Four touches in the opposition box for both teams. That tells you the story of the game. Big chances, zero, zero, zero. all zeros all around, man. Then 178 passes completed for England, 224 for Argentina. Yellow cards, one apiece. Corners, one apiece as well. So, like I said, there hasn't really been anything to talk about in that particular game. It's just been one of those games. Yes, somebody might actually think it's maybe Atletico A versus Atletico B because both teams are just happy to, of course, continue fouling each other and not really going on the attack. Like that's why it more or less feels like yeah, like I said, Atletico one was Atletico two. That's why now you look at the lineups, the reason why this guy was actually chosen today and not Rodrigo De Paul, Simeone, because he's a guy that clearly loves a fight in there. And you can see for the player ratings, England's midfield Rice and Anderson don't really remember them doing anything to merit these player ratings. And of course, James and Spence, of course, yeah, James and Spence have been quite active in that first half. Bellingham and Kane not in the game at all. So look at the forward line of Argentina, clearly not been in the game. For Messi and Alvarez, not been in the game either. Yeah, Paredes, of course, is the only one on a 7.0 player rating for Argentina because he's the one who's actually been receiving the ball from Martinez and looking to try and dictate play and spreading, of course, the passes to either McAllister, Fernandez, or Simeone. So, anyway, as for both benches, for England, you've got Dean Henderson, Trafford, Barn, Konsa, O'Reilly, Chaloba, Eze, Henderson, Mainu, Bakayo Saka, Tony, Rashford, Madueke, Watkins. While for Argentina, got Rulli, Muso, Medina, Montiel, Senesi, Otamendi, Palacio, Lo Celso, Nico Gonzalez, Paz, De Paul, Almada, Paco, Lopez, and of course Lautaro Martinez. So I do expect at some point Lautaro Martinez, Nicolas Gonzalez, and maybe Rodrigo De Paul to come into this game. Of course, Argentina, I think, of course, maybe she might even switch to a 4-3-3 where now they also have the likes of Lautaro Martinez, Messi, and Alvaro Fernandez out there. For England, I do expect maybe Rogers to be taken off at some point and Gordon, and of course, maybe Saka and maybe Rashford to come on at some point. So I think, yeah, clearly England needs somebody who can actually hold the ball on this right hand side, somebody who can actually combine with these midfielders here and actually allow James now to go on the overlap like this and actually allow one of these guys to actually pass in behind to him. Maybe that is what they need to do. For Gordon on the far side, I don't know whether he's gonna continue the game for much longer. Maybe Ace is gonna come on to replace Gordon, but we'll see. We'll see what both managers can do to at least affect and actually change their fortunes after halftime. But like I said, this just been a game of fouls, man. The foul count has been racking up for both teams, already up to around 20 fouls, and that is actually almost at par with the game yesterday between France and Spain. In that particular game yesterday, they only committed 23 fouls across the entire game. But in this game already, 19 fouls committed at halftime. So that tells you the story of the game so far. Anyway, uh-huh. I haven't checked something else. Let me check. Head-to-head record. Yes, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Yes, let me show you the head-to-head record. Is the head-to-head record. Can clearly see, like I said, their last meeting was in 2002. Yes, the famous David Beckham penalty. Can clearly see here. David Beckham, of course, getting his revenge because in the 1998, this game right here, it had actually gone to penalties. I think it was a quarter-final game. Oh, sorry, it was a round of 16. Yes, Beckham sent off in the 47th minute. And funny enough, England were able to hang on and actually take the game to penalties. So that's why this is actually a serious grudge game for both you. And of course, that grudge actually started way back in 1986. Look at it here, right here. 1986. That is when the grudge match started. You can clearly see Maradona getting the brace out there, and of course, Lineker pulling a goal back for England. Of course, this is actually the tournament that Argentina went on to win. Yes, they were actually playing on home soil. So that is why there's a bit of history in this particular game. That is why there is some serious history. In fact, these first two games were won by England. There was no incident whatsoever. It was just a normal game between two sides. But after this game right here, now became a proper grudge match. After that Maradona game, that is what made this rivalry become more and more intense. Yeah. So anyway, really don't know how the game is gonna go. In fact, if both teams actually manage to maybe keep it locked in, do you think the game might even go to penalties? I think it might even go to penalties. Might go to penalties, guys. It might go to penalties. Do you foresee that? I do. I do. I honestly don't think that is gonna be beyond either one of those teams out there. So I think this game might even go to penalties because they have clearly come out here to deny each other spaces and of course ensuring that they keep the defenses and the midfield as compact as they can. So I will not be surprised if the game is decided by a penalty shootout. Of course, in a penalty shootout, you do fancy Argentina because, of course, Emilio Martinez, yeah, their hero way back in 2022, of course, with the antics and also with the mind games on the French players that clearly worked on Chouameni, also worked on so the guy that missed a penalty in that World Cup final. Let me check. Well, there are actually two players that missed penalties for France in that World Cup final in 2022. Argentina never missed. Yeah, oh yeah, Kingsley Coman, yes, Kingsley Coman and Chouameni missed penalties, man. Coman was actually saved. Chouameni hit it wide, man. Argentina did not actually miss a single penalty, man. So that's what I'm saying. This one, if it goes to penalties, at least you are backing Argentina to get a victory. So I think they have the players out there, and also the goalkeeper, who's a very good shot stopper. For Pickford, yes, he's good, especially in the game, but I don't think he's a very good penalty kick expert. Anyway, we're just about ready to start the second half. Let's hope the second half is gonna be way more exciting. Even Messi and Bellingham talking, sometimes you struggle to understand which language are they speaking in. Is it English? Is it Spanish? I think it's Spanish because Messi has spent a lot of years in Barcelona, Spain. Bellingham, I'm sure at some point has also learned Spanish, so I think they can communicate. Anyway, Harry Kane leading his compatriots out for the second half. So is Messi. So let's see how the second half is gonna go. Let's hope that gonna happen in this second half. I actually didn't know that both sets of teams actually have different tunnels where they're actually emerging from. Wow, that's good. That's actually good, man. Well, that's actually a good thing because you avoid any kind of issues or matchups in the tunnel. Eh? Because of course, this kind of game, you don't really know what's going to happen in that tunnel, man. Especially with those two players kept together. Anyway, just about ready to start the second half. England are gonna kick us off for the second half. Where's the ball, man? No changes for either side. Anyway, Rice is gonna kick us off for the second half. Yep, there we go. We're underway for the second half. Okay. They have to do another restart. Why? What do they have to do another restart? Anyway, it's already been restarted. Ball goes long for England, headed by Romero. I think I'll just have to restart this clock. Maybe just Alvarez going on the attack. Is Alexis McAllister, Paredes, is Molina, Simeone, back to Molina, Paredes, this is Lisandro Martinez, McAllister on the far side, is Tagliafico. I think this has to be Argentina's biggest threat at this World Cup. This is the first time I think they have come up against a serious opposition. Because of course, Switzerland, Egypt, Cape Verde, not really serious opposition, man. Of course, also in the group stages, uh, they met Algeria, Austria, and also Jordan. So can't really say that those were difficult teams for them to play against. That's why this is actually Argentina's first serious test. For England, I think Norway was their first biggest test. And also Croatia in the group stages, because Croatia are also not an easy team to beat. Martinez goes long, now header down. It's picked up by Alvarez. Alvarez shot! Wonderful save from Pickford. Good save, man. Picked up by Messi. Is Alvarez again. Alvarez! Side netting. It's gonna be a corner. Really? Corner? I think we are gonna get involved in that, Yeah, Alvarez. I don't see a touch from the goalkeeper, honestly. Anyway, it's fine. It's already been given as a corner. The replay was a bit too slow there. Referee telling the players, man, know what? No more antics, man. Just play the game. Messi, short corner into Paredes. This is Messi. Messi. Messi into the box. Cleared by Stones. Sandro Martinez with the header. James tries to find Gordon. Messi is clearly in an offside position, man. Messi offside, man. Messi and Bellingham going over on the far side. The two number 10s, man. The two talisman of their teams, man. He's on side, man. Messi is on side. Wow. Now defending from Jude Bellingham, man. Able to keep the ball away from Messi, man. Good shielding. Clearly, Messi was on side. Anyway, those are the kind of games, goals, chances where if actually ends up in the back of the net, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You see this. Go and review it. And I think it's gonna be it would have been given. The goal would have actually stood. He's picked up by Stones into Pickford. Pickford choosing to go long. Intercepted by Simeone. Gordon picks up the ball. Dispossessed, picked up by Jude. Is now Spence. Now Spence on the overlap into the box. Cleared by Romero. So that was Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, it was Lisandro Martinez. And it's a throw into England. Gordon, the flick header, looking for Bellingham, unable to find him. It's picked up by Rice, wayward pass. Yeah, clearly Alvarez able to force the English players back. It's now with Anderson. So that was Kane rather. This is Rogers. Rogers twisting and turning, delivered into the box, cleared by Lisandro Martinez again. It's James with the header, picked up by Rogers. Is he foul? Nope, no foul on Rogers. Play goes on. Romero. Hey, shh. Wonderful play from Romero, man. Hey, wonderful play from Romero, man. Clearly got out of jail there. Wonderful. Hey, man. Able to keep the ball away from rushing Kane and Gordon, man. It's going to be another yellow card. Romero picks up the yellow card, grabbing foul on, was that Jude? Yep. Jude clearly had beaten him, so Romero was like, no, what? You're not going anywhere, bro. You are not going anywhere, man. Not under my watch. Anyway, yeah, free kick comes to nothing for Argentina. Ball is back with Pickford. By McAllister. Game playing beat Atlanta, Georgia. This is Simeone. Molina into the box. Good cross. Ish. Cleared by Gordon. Circled by Argentina. This is Lisandro Martinez. He's going to line up the shot. No, he's not. It's Paredes. This is Enzo Fernandez. This is Simeone. Simeone, Paredes. Paredes. Don't know whether that was a shot or a cross. Started by England. Now the Rhys James, Kane, Kane dropping further and further deep, man. And see now that is for me that is one of the biggest issues with England, that their front man is able to drop in behind completely. Anyway, it's picked up by Jude to the box. Go down, goal! Anthony Gordon! First blood to England. Yeah, game came ball. Actually, goal came from nothing, man. Anyway, it's actually a mistake, huh? Was that a Lisandro Martinez mistake? Because it was a half clearance. It's clearly on side, man. Yeah, Lisandro Martinez with the half clearance fell nicely for Declan Rice. Declan Rice plays it to Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers, a wonderful cross into the box. Gordon able to steal in at the back post and just get ahead of Molina, who's clearly been struggling in this game, and just pass that ball into the back of the net. See now that's the issue with the defenders, man. Mistake by Molina, man, and Lisandro Martinez, because clearly did not see the run of Gordon, man. So England have taken the lead, man. England have taken the lead against the world champions Argentina. Gordon getting the goal for his country. Can't really say it was coming, eh? This has actually been a very, very balanced game. So at some point, whoever scored first, can really say that it's fair, because you can't really say that England have been pressing, neither have Argentina. But of course, if you get your chances out there, you score, of course, you get the victory. Eh, Argentina, man. Yeah, Argentina unable to keep yet another clean sheet. Yet to keep a clean sheet ever since they kept a clean sheet in the first game against Algeria. They've been unable to keep any other clean sheets at this World Cup. They've just been conceding 1 or 2 goals in all the games since then. Conceded one against Jordan, so conceded against Austria. Did they consider against Austria? Let me check. I think they did consider against Austria. Sorry, no, they did. They didn't consider against Austria. So, given away, speared by Kane, unable to convert. McAllister, picked up by Messi. Nice pass into Enzo Fernandez. Enzo, this is Simeone. Simeone, nice tackle from Spence. Hey, look at the way he's been getting a lot of plaudits from his teammates, man. Oh yeah, since they conceded against Jordan, they haven't been able to keep a clean sheet. That's 5 games now without a clean sheet for England. Anyway, it's a corner to clean sheet Argentina. Messi restarts the corner, picks it up from Paredes into the box, cleared by Kane, thought for a throw in. So let's see what Argentina are made of. Because of course Argentina, they were in a similar situation against Egypt, but of course they were trailing from early on. So let's see whether they're able to turn this around. Is McAllister. This is Lionel Messi. Messi versus Kane. Messi. Paredes. This is Lisandro Martinez. This is Paredes. Molina. Clearly a big mistake for him at the back post, man. McAllister. This is Simeone. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez into the box. Overhit. Don't know what he was doing there, man. Don't know what he was attempting. A nice cross from Morgan Rogers. Got unable to steal at the back post, stealing at the back post, and just convert that ball to the back of the net. Yeah, I think that has to be the first official shot on target. Yep, first official shot on target, man. First attempt for England on target. They score from it. Pickford, come on, man. It's picked up by Molina. This is Messi. Messi. Hey, Messi sat down gay. Hey, Messi, man. Paredes. This is McAllister. Crowded out, man. It's now with Kane. Kane, what the heck are you doing, man? Hey, Kane. Argentina clearly knocking on the door, man. They're clearly not going to go away. They are not going to go away. Argentina is with Messi. Is Alvarez. Paredes. This is Enzo Fernandez. This is Simeone. Simeone into the box. Headed away by Stones. Picked up by Tagliafico. Paredes. This is Enzo. This is Molina. Can clearly see the urgency from Argentina. This is Lisandro. Back to Romero. Romero. This is Jimenez. Jimenez back to Romero. Romero. Paredes. A serious low block from England, man. Enzo Fernandez with a shot. Well, over the bar, man. That was completely unnecessary, man. That's a huge waste. Clearly had England on the back foot, but I don't know why he was taking a shot from there, honestly. Why is he taking shots from there? My friend, are you that gifted with a wonderful foot shot from out there? No, I don't think you're one of those players, man. So please, Enzo, stick to your game, bro. It's picked up by Enzo. This is McAllister. I think it's just gonna be Argentina from now on, until they actually get the equalizer. This is Simeone. This is Messi. 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 Able to get away from Bellingham. Messi. Give and go. Messi. So poked away. This is Enzo. This is Lisandro Martinez. McAllister. Lisandro. This is Alvarez. Messi into McAllister. It's cleared by Stones. It's gonna keep coming back at England. Messi are gonna and Argentina are gonna ensure that they force the issue through that middle channel. I told you that is how Argentina play, man. Through that middle channel, of course. We're gonna try the level boost to bust that door open. Because of those 4 midfielders out there, central midfielders are clearly been put in there to play that diamond shape. Might also be a 4-4-2, but of course, might also be a diamond. Right now, it is a diamond. Lisandro Martinez, Alvarez loses out, cleared by Bellingham, but there's nobody upfield for Argentina. Rather for England, rather it's just gonna keep coming back at England. I think England also need to maybe see ways of actually affecting this game differently, yeah? Because right now they in a serious low block, which to me I think is a huge mistake because they are being forced to play with those guys back there, and actually all of them are back there, and they have no outlet whatsoever. And of course, they're just gonna keep inviting pressure onto them, which to me I don't think is wise. I think they just also need to at least try and go on the front foot, because you don't win games by simply scoring one goal and just sitting back. Because if they just hope to sit back, good idea, Simeone, the referee has already blown for something, or the ball was moving. So, been brought back for the throw in, So, Nico Gonzalez is being brought on to replace Paredes. That means now McAllister is going to play in that position. So, Paredes is off. Nico Gonzalez is on. So Enzo is now the one going to be charged with actually playing the deeper role. Jimenez. This is Enzo, McAllister, Enzo. This is Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez. A proper low block from England, man. Is Messi. Messi into the box. Tagliafico. Well, cleared away by Gay. Cleared by Rice. Plays it off McAllister. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Nice idea from Messi, man. Nico Gonzalez on the far post, but Stones able to rise up above. Was that Tagliafico? Yes, and of course, just win that ball. So it's just gonna keep coming back at England, unless they actually change shape right now. Picked up by Spence. This is Harry Kane. Harry Kane to Rhys James on the far side. James should have crossed it. Rice into the box. Easy catch for Martinez. Clearly, Bellingham was already rushing in. You see, they can actually get actually see whether he was gonna get if the Martinez was to fight, at least he's able to rush in and actually get the goal and actually just pass it in the back of the net. Rogers pulls back Tagliafico. Is Messi. Messi coming forward. Messi able to get away from Gordon. Messi, Messi, Messi. Gonzalez on the far side. Gonzalez the cross cleared by Rice. Eish, man. This Tuchel needs to consider some changes out there, man. Can clearly see the England players are gassed, man. Of course, doing a lot of chasing back and defending, man. Gonna be a corner. But I think for Argentina, if they actually get a route back into this game, they need to now start forcing those saves of from Pickford, because so far they haven't really been able to test him. Messi takes the corner into the box. By Gay is cleared by Bellingham. It's gonna be recycled by that's Molina. It is Lorente, not Lorente, Simeone. I don't know. I keep confusing this guy, man. Simeone, I'm sorry. I keep confusing you, man. Yep. I think it has to be the last chance before the hydration break. Let's see what England are gonna do. Argentina into the box. Messi cleared by Gordon. Picked up by Molina at the back. Molina into Messi. Messi crosses into good cross, saved by Pickford. Good cross. First official save for Pickford, man, but it was straight at him. Delightful cross by Messi, man. Ish, ish, look at that cross, man, from Messi. Money. Honestly, Gonzalez should have done a whole lot better, man. But it was straight at Pickford. Anyway, that is the hydration break. That is the hydration break. Ish. What a save, man. So Argentina now, they've got some serious work to do. But at least they have started now testing the goalkeeper. It's actually a good thing. Eh? They have started testing the goalkeeper. It's been all Argentina since they conceded the goal. Because England are just happy now to play in a serious low block, man. Yes, they are keeping their shape 4-4-2, but do you expect them to actually defend forever? I don't know. Maybe it might pay. It might actually work against this Argentine team, but maybe a much better team that is able to play on the wing and also play on the actually has some good passers in there might be difficult for them. So anyway, let's see what Argentina are gonna do for the last quarter of this game. I don't know what they are gonna do, but I'll have some serious work to do. Like I said, some serious work to do, and of course. For Argentina, they just need to keep creating the chances, man. Just keep testing Pickford. Eventually, they are going to unlock them. I think if they keep up the tempo and actually push it a little bit higher, trust me, they are going to get the equalizer because England, they're just soaking up pressure. England are just happy to sit back and hope that they don't concede unless maybe Tuchel makes the changes. I don't know whether he's going to bring somebody like Ban. I don't think Dan Ban is the kind of player who needs to come into this game because I think maybe they need to bring on another central midfielder so at least they can now completely now block those passing lanes completely. Because anyway, so the substitutions are now coming for England. Konza is being brought on to replace Anthony Gordon. Wow, it's going to a back five. Wow, wow, Tuchel. Wow, wow. Montiel also coming on to replace Molina. So Gordon is off. Gordon is off. Konsa comes on. So James is gonna go into midfield or what? Anyway, so that means Konsa has come on. I think Konsa is gonna play in right back. I think James is gonna go into midfield. So DePaul has come on. Yeah, Otamendi has come on to replace. Otamendi has come on to replace Who's number 17? Simeone or who? Anyway, so Montiel, De Paul, and Otamendi coming on. Huh? So the De Paul has replaced Simeone. Then of course Montiel has replaced Molina. And of course, the last change is now Otamendi replacing Lisandro Martinez. Then of course, for England, it's only Konsa who's been brought on. So Argentina have already made 4 changes. England have made only 1. So, of course, you now know the pattern of the game for England. It's now a proper back 5. Don't know whether Rhys James is going to play midfield or right back. But I think that's how they're going to play now. I think Rhys James, actually, it's going to be a back 5. It's going to be a back 5 for England. So De Paul is Messi, Montiel into the box. Away eludes McAllister. It's cleared by Rogers. First contribution for Montiel. What, referee? Let the ball game go on, man. Yeah, what the heck are you blowing the whistle for? It's De Paul. Romero, this is Otamendi. Tagliafico. Argentina, 15 minutes remaining, man, to save themselves. Montiel. This is De Paul. Proper back five. 5-3-2 from England, man. What you call desperate defending, man. But see, sometimes now, okay, I think going to a back five so early is sometimes also a bit of an issue because what happens if Argentina do equalize? Now you're forced to play the remainder of the game with 5 defenders, eh? And of course, you do know if now the game goes into the box, Pickford with a save, man. Another save from Pickford. So straight at him again. I don't know that Pickford is gonna be the difference maker for this English team, man. Nice pass into Montiel. Montiel into the box. Led by Rice. Picked up by Kane. Kane cannot really go anywhere. Hey, man. Pickford clearly the difference maker, man. Alvarez. Alvarez. Alvarez into De Paul. De Paul. Montiel. Clearly Montiel already having an impact. De Paul into the box. Header. Straight at Pickford from McAllister. Ish. Argentina clearly now attacking that box, 6-yard box. Maybe this one, maybe they need to bring down Ban and just see whether they can just stop those crosses. Not really stop, but actually have somebody tall out there who can actually defend those crosses. De Paul with a wonderful cross. Of course, McAllister with another header. Actually, it hit the post. It wasn't a save from P. It actually hit the post. Hey, Montiel clearly. McAllister already having 2 chances in a space of a minute. Clearly, Argentina are knocking on the door, man. Otamendi, this is Enzo Fernandez into Messi on the far side. Messi, Montiel, clearly stretching this England back 5. Is what is clearly working for them at the moment. Montiel has been put in there to actually deliver those crosses. In the box, Tagliafico! Gonzalez! Ah! Eish! What a pass from Messi, man. What a pass. He's an offside. He was actually flagged offside, man. Wouldn't have counted, man. No, that would have counted, by the way, because clearly he was onside. Ay, 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 ay. Clearly Argentina are knocking on the door. Eh? Maybe it's only a matter of time before they slam it open, man. Romero. Eish, Argentina pressure, man. Clearly England doing their best. Continue to soaking up the pressure, but is it gonna be enough for them? Is it? Konsa, Nico Gonzalez, the throw in into Tagliafico. Tagliafico, this is Enzo. Enzo, this is Romero. And clearly see Argentina have a serious threat in there, man. Messi, bundle off the ball by Rogers. It's a serious break for England. Rogers, come on, if they actually combine all the man actually score here. Rogers, the shot. It's blocked by Otamendi. Elliot Anderson just gives the ball away, man. Picked up by De Paul, Montiel, De Paul. Come on, England should have actually tried to actually capitalize on that chance. Eh? They broke so slowly, man. Rogers, come on. Messi again. This is Montiel. Montiel, this is Messi. This is Enzo. Into Messi. Stagliafico, Enzo Fernandez. This is Messi. 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 Bad pass by Messi, man. But actually, might actually work out good for them, man, because at least it's gonna force the England players to come out of their shell, eh? And actually, not a bad opportunity. Eh? Restarted by the back. This is McAllister. The very two glorious chances for him, man. They had at least converted one of them. This is Alvarez. Alvarez switches the flanks to Montiel, who's clearly had an impact. Rodrigo De Paul. This is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo into Messi. Messi is really a crowded central area, man. Everybody's on Messi. Tagliafico into the box. Montiel. Rodrigo De Paul. It's a foul, man, in there on Harry Kane. It's gonna be a free kick to England. So Lautaro Martinez coming on for Tagliafico. Last throw of the dice, man, for Argentina, man. So Tagliafico coming on for, actually coming off, Lautaro Martinez coming on. Wonderful cross from by Tagliafico. Clearly, Scaloni has seen that his team is getting a lot of joy from these crosses. So if he actually maybe puts in more players in the box, he might actually get an equalizer. James is down, man. James is down. The referee has told him to get off the pitch, man. So that is the rule right now. If you do receive treatment and you stop play, you're gonna get off the pitch and you're gonna come on after minimum after 1 minute has passed at the minimum. So actually Danban, Rice and James have been taken off. So that's O'Reilly and Danban. My goodness. It's now back six. Jesus. Jesus, man. It's a back six for England, man. How many defenders are out there for England? Now, Nico O'Reilly, Dan Barn, Stones, Gay, Spence. and also Konsa. So it's back six. Jesus. And clearly see the game plan. So Spencer isn't going to play on the right. Then, of course, O'Reilly is going to play on the left. And, of course, Dan Ban coming on for Declan Rice. Ish. Look at this, man. So O'Reilly is going to play in midfield, but those are now 6 defenders for England. So what happens if Argentina equalize? They're going to still play with 6 defenders. Man. Because I think Tuchel is giving this Argentine team too much respect, man. Is Enzo Fernandez, is De Paul. De Paul with the shot blocked by O'Reilly. O'Reilly able to block that pass, but picked up by Otamendi. Is now De Paul. Is Enzo Fernandez. Is Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez. This is Alvarez. Diego De Paul. This is Messi. Messi into the box. Too strong, man. Yeah, too strong from Messi, man. Pickford goes long. O'Reilly able to win the header. Is Otamendi coming forward. Is Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez. This is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with the shot. Punched over the bar by Pickford. It was straight at the goalkeeper, man. So Messi starts the corner. Messi versus Spence. Messi to the box. Enzo Fernandez shot. Goal! Enzo Fernandez. I kept on saying it. They were knocking on this door. Enzo Fernandez, 1-1. Thank you. 1-1. Now let's see what England will do now. Have 6 defenders in there. Like I kept on saying, they have kept on so many brought on so many defenders. And it's what happens when now Argentina equalize. But it's not that they were leading 2-0. They're only leading 1-0. Oh my God. Might actually be ruled out for offside, man. I think Messi was in an offside position, man. This might actually be chalked off. So let's see whether the referee is going to give the goal. Oh, goal is given. Goal is given. There's no offside. Wow. Wow. Goal stands, man. Yeah, I kept on saying it, man. England just sitting back, sitting back, sitting back, soaking up the pressure. Enzo Fernandez gets a very delightful ball. Just unleashes a very wonderful shot in the back of the net. Yes, Messi with another assist. Messi with another assist. So as it stands, Messi is going to be the Golden Boot winner because, of course, now he's got more assists than Kylian Mbappe, and they are tied for the same number of goals. So Fernandez clearly saving his team right there, and this is now for England. Now their challenge is, how do they actually regroup? They actually have 6 defenders in there. 6 defenders, guys. 6. So now their tactical shape is all over the place, man. 6 defenders, man. And they can only bring one more. Because I think they've already made all of them. So they can only bring maybe a Saka or a Madueke. And I think, honestly, Argentina are the ones that actually look like they have the momentum to actually get the winner here. And I would not be surprised if they did. Clearly, the tactical changes from Scaloni have worked. Yep, they kept on pushing, pushing, pushing. England continued to just sit back, sit back, sit back, bringing on 6 defenders. 3 defenders have come on for England. Danban, O'Reilly, and Konza. And it's not that this game was over. Tuchel, man, you clearly let your nation down. Messi into the box. It's cleared by Stones. England still under pressure. Stones is down in the box. Is he okay? Come on. Come on. Anyway, it's fine. If he's injured, it's good to stop the game, man. Argentina players are clearly not happy. A wonderful shot from Enzo Fernandez, man. Well placed into the corner. Pickford could not get anywhere close to it, man. Yep, I kept on saying it. Continue sitting back, further and further back. What do you expect? You have clearly soaked up the pressure. England have not done anything at all ever since they went a goal up. They were just sitting back and inviting pressure. And of course, the further back you keep defending, the easier it becomes for the attacking team, and they keep pushing you further and further back towards your goal. Then, of course, you're gonna get such opportunities because Messi was able to deliver a very wonderful pass into Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, of course, doing something unpredictable, unleashes that shot into the back of the net. Of course, equalizing. But I had said it like as it a moment ago. England are bringing on all these defenders. What happens if Argentina do equalize? Now, their tactical shape is all over the place. Anyway, we're going to have 9 minutes of added time. Actually, we might even favor Argentina to get the victory here. Might favor Argentina to actually get the victory here, man. Because clearly, Argentina look like they are more compact, man. Because England, Stones, is going to be ready to come back on? I thought England had already used up all their subs, but at least they've got 2 more. So Stones has to stay off the pitch, but at least now he's been given the signal to get back on. So we're going to have 9 minutes of added time. 9 minutes. 9 minutes, man. This is Messi. Messi on the far side. Messi. Unable to combine with Spence. It's picked up by Harry Kane. It's now with Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Post off the pitch. The ball is won back by Argentina. Fernandez, clearly momentum is with Argentina. I will not be surprised if they get the winner here. I will not be surprised. This is Nico Gonzalez. This is Enzo Fernandez, the goal scorer. Nico Gonzalez. McAllister is by himself. McAllister hits the post. Hits the post, man. Yeah. The goal is coming. The goal is coming for Argentina. Messi into the box. Goal! Lautaro Martinez! 2-1. I said it. Hasn't even taken 2 seconds. Argentina. Lautaro Martinez. 2-1. Eish. I said it. The goal was coming. I've kept on saying it. This goal is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's over. It's over. England, go home. Go home. I told you. Argentina kept on pressing. England are just sitting back. They can't now get out. They've got 6 defenders in there. Messi with another very good cross into the box. Lautaro Martinez, easiest goal for him to score in his life, man. Easiest chance for him to score, man. headed it into the back of the net, just like that. Argentina turn it around, man. Argentina turn it around. Deserved, man. Fully deserved. England, go home, man. You don't deserve anything from this game. You do not deserve anything from this game, England. You just kept on sitting back, hoping that you're going to maybe get something on the counter. Look at that. Argentina, able to turn the game around in the past couple of minutes. They've won it. They've won it. England are now going to equalize now. It's over. It's over for England. This is what champions do. This is what champions do. Argentina have been down and out in so many games. Not so many games, but in a number of games at this tournament. Against Egypt, came from 2 goals down to actually win it 3-2. Now against England in a semi-final, they've actually come back from behind again to score 2 goals in 7 minutes. Yeah, no. Yep, there you go. Now pressure is now going to be so much on England, because now need to make the changes in there, and of course now try to force the issue and maybe take the game into extra time. But I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. They don't clearly possess the fighting spirit, the energy, the desire to actually get a goal here, man. Have they made even any changes? Expected them maybe to bring on Saka. Now look at this. Now they want to now go tell Konsa and O'Reilly to now go on the attack out there. Because now those are the 2 wing backs. Like I said, they've got 6 defenders. They've taken off Rice. They've taken off Gordon, the goal scorer. So taken off Reece James. So they've got 6 defenders, man. And there's still no tactical changes, man. No. Based on the balance of play, no, England don't deserve anything from this game. It's been all Argentina ever since England scored. It's been all Argentina. Fully deserved from Argentina. Fully deserved. Fully deserved, man. Fully deserved. England do not deserve anything from this game, honestly. I'm just being honest. Rogers, anyway, they still have a chance either way. Crossed, defended by Nico Gonzalez. Yep, Messi and Argentina heading to another final, man. They've got 4 minutes to hang on. Rodrigo De Paul was given a yellow card earlier on, but it doesn't really matter now. The changes now, of course, now they take off the defenders, bring on the attackers. Wow, Tuchel, masterclass. Tactical masterclass, wow. Anyway, maybe it might work, who knows? So Spence and Stones coming off, now they take off the 2 defenders, bring on 2 attackers, wow. So Rashford and Tony coming on. Yeah. With Rashford, is it gonna be enough for England? I don't think so. And of course, also Stones has been taken off to be replaced by Ivan Toney, his first appearance at this World Cup. You see, at the end of the day, it's very, very poor tactics from Tuchel. Kane with a header, it's cleared by Rogers with another cross into the box, cleared again. It's not going to be recycled by Rashford. Can clearly see now the game plan from England. Just hoof balls into the box. Wow, it's amazing. That's their game plan right now. Just keep hoofing balls into the box. Cleared by Alvarez. Picked up by Rogers. Lautaro Martinez, come on, go and close down Pickford, man. Pickford launches it forward. Goalkeeper, come for it. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Man, I'm going to have some serious talking points after this game is over. Because honestly, England, pathetic. Honestly, I just call it as it is, guys. It's pathetic. Pathetic tactics from Tuchel, choosing to bring on 6 defenders and he's only leading the game 1-0. It's not that the game is over. It's not like he's leading 2-0. This is Argentina, a team that you can actually have a go at. Just bring on some attackers, give them something else to think about. But now, simply because they have got more defenders in there, Argentina, of course, had to actually. It was actually very easy for Argentina. Now they were now going for it because they forced these England players further and further back. Because of course, if you actually see the opposition manager is bringing on more defenders as an attacking player, you're like, you know what? This actually favors us because they're not going to have any attacking, so there are no threats going forward. It was only Kane, Bellingham, and who's this guy? Rogers. So Nico Gonzalez is cleared by Romero. Elliot Anderson cleared by Otamendi. Still coming back at Argentina. Rashford on the far side. Rashford into the box. Cleared. Picked up by De Paul. Argentina have done enough, man. This is Messi. Messi taking on O'Reilly. This is Alvarez. Alvarez into Messi. Messi's foul. It's going to be a free kick. Look at this. There's no need for the scaffold, guys. There's no need for the scaffold, man. Of course, Enzo Fernandez protecting his legend out there, man. Lionel Messi. Hey, Messi has played his heart out, man. 2 assists. That is what you call a GOAT, a match winner. Not scored today, but he's gotten 2 assists. So even if the World Cup was won today, he wins the Golden Boot because he now has got more assists than Kylian Mbappe, even though they are tied for number of goals scored. Hey, Messi. Come on, referee. Blow the whistle, man. This game's over. Because if I'm looking at the player stats, yeah, Messi was on 4, now he's on 6 assists. Martinez goes long, looking for Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez, ball is out of play. Clearly has to be the last chance for England, man. The World Cup dream is going up in smoke. This is the Konsa, Rogers, won back by Nico Gonzalez. Finish them, Messi. And look at Messi, man, taking the ball to the corner flag, man. Hey, Messi. Ah, Messi. No foul on Messi, Claire. There's no foul on you, my friend. Martinez, hoping to go long. Yeah. Taro Martinez, this gay. Last chance, man. Last chance for England. Hoofing it forward, looking for Dan Ban. Headed away. Picked up by Enzo Fernandez. Hoof cleared. Argentina, almost there, man. This game is comical, man. Still playing, man. No, it's over, guys. I told you, the minute Argentina score a second goal, it's over. I said it's over, man. You've watched enough games to see that, you know what? No, England have not done anything, man. Unless maybe they get a dodgy penalty or something to go for them, man. Martinez. He's got a free kick, man. Martinez was fouled, man. It's over. It's over. It's over now. It's over. Final, man. Argentina, man. It's over, man. Hey, Lautaro Martinez. Hey, tactical changes from Scaloni, man. Messi, man. 6 assists and 8 goals, man. 14 goal contributions at this World Cup. Referee, thank you. Final whistle is blown. Final whistle is blown. Game over. Game over. Hey, Messi. There's a reason why Messi is the GOAT. There is a reason why Messi is the GOAT, man. Look, whenever you need him, he delivers. He didn't get any goals, but look, 2 delightful crosses into the box for Lautaro Martinez and for Enzo Fernandez. And just like that, England going home. Get out of here, man. Thank you. England going home. Thank you so much, man. Justice is served, man. Justice is served. Very, very poor tactics from Thomas Tuchel, man. I don't know what he was thinking. Honestly, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? He's leading 1-0. Rather than maybe try and keep the shape, bring maybe a few attackers on. Look at this, man. What's wrong with Rogers? Is he having a go at Lautaro Martinez? Hey, England heartbreak. But anyway, fully deserved. This is what you call a justified heartbreak. Justified heartbreak. They can never say that Argentina were carried by the officials, or they were helped out, or they were given dubious goals, or were denied penalties. Look at Jimenez, man, crying out there, man. Argentina, man. There is a reason why they are the world champions. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until they get the goal. And that is what they did. And I kept on saying it. They were going to unlock this England defense. Eventually, it was going to happen for them. They were going to unlock this defense because England just kept on sitting back, soaking up the pressure, inviting the pressure, and eventually it did pay off. England pressure cooker, man. Sitting back. That's why you're like, why are you sitting back? Why are you sitting back? You can actually have a go at this. I'd rather you at least consider goal on the counter because at least you are not sitting back rather than just sit back and then hope you're just gonna get the goals and win the game. And maybe just win the grind it out 1-0. And as a result, look at now what happened. They continued to sit back, brought on three other defenders. They now had six defenders out there. And I was like, what happens if Argentina score? What happens if Argentina get the winner? All of a sudden, England start now bringing on the attackers. What do you expect Rashford and Tony to do the last 3 minutes of the game? What do you expect them to do? Honestly, what do you expect them to do? Look at this, man. You know what? The omen might even be there for Argentina to actually win this World Cup. The omen might actually be there, man. Why didn't Tuchel bring on Saka? Why didn't he bring on Madueke? Honestly. But look at Argentina. The minute they scored the goal, they said, you know what? The shape of England is still very off. So you know what? We can still get a winner in this game. So let's push. We don't want to go into extra time. We've already had enough extra time at this World Cup. So we don't want to go into extra time again. So you know what? Let's push for this victory. We had an extra time in the previous game against Switzerland. Had one against what's the name of this team? Cape Verde. We do not want to go into extra time again. Argentina, man. Argentina, man. Against Egypt, coming back from behind, from 2 goals down to win 3-2. Against England in a semi final, coming back from 1 goal down to win 2-1 in regulation time. Man. Argentina versus Spain, World Cup final, man. My goodness. What a game, man. What a game. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, England, continue. Go home, please. Get on the next plane. Go back home. Honestly, I'm very, very disappointed in Thomas Tuchel. Very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. Tactical approach to this game, man. Look at how he approached the game, especially after he went a goal up. Bringing on defenders. I will still keep going, having a go at him. Bringing on the defenders, man. So what do you expect the six defenders out there to do for you? Because I told you, Argentina were gonna come at them, and I kept on saying, no, what Argentina having the chances, man. They started keeping Pickford busy, especially with some few saves like Pickford was making. McAllister, hit both posts. He hit the post on this side. He also hit the post again. Pickford had to save from Nico Gonzalez, had to save from McAllister again. Then eventually, Messi, when it mattered, he delivered. Wonderful cross, another pass into Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez does the unexpected, but just shoots the ball into the back of the net. It's 1-1. At that point, you'd expect at least England were to at least try and win the game as well. Try and at least change a few things, but they didn't. They continue sitting back with their 6 defenders. Then, of course, Argentina, of course, kept on probing. McAllister, with off that chance, hit the post. Ball fell to Messi on the back post. Messi went past Harry Kane, crossed into the box. Lautaro Martinez header into the back of the net, and just like that, game's over. Great game. This is the final I was hoping for. Spain versus Argentina. Yes, very, very true, Mr. Parker. Look at the negative tactics from England. What the heck did you expect them to do, honestly? What were they expecting? 6 defenders. You're only leading the game 1-0 at 55th minute. You have scored the first goal. Rather than actually now consolidate that and actually go and see whether they can get a second goal, you choose to sit back. Continue to soak up and soak up and soak up more pressure. And eventually, as you continue to soaking up more pressure, rather than actually you relieving the pressure off your defenders, you bring on more defenders. And you see, at that point, I was asking myself, okay, you're bringing on more defenders. What happens if Argentina just get an equalizer? You will be forced now to take off all those defenders and bring on the attackers. And then, as a way of trying to either win the game or maybe take the game into extra time. You see, exactly, you're right. 10, 15 minutes. Look at this, man. 2 goals, 3 goals scored against Egypt in the last 11 minutes. 2 goals scored against England in the last 7 minutes. Look at that, man. Facts, yeah, have the most exciting games too. But you see, it's not even the most exciting games. It is the winning mentality. It is the never say die attitude. They refuse to give up. They completely refuse to give up. They say, you know what, we're not gonna be beaten, not let alone by this English team that is so poor and has got serious negative tactics. Why didn't Saka come on? Why didn't Madueke come on? How come those players were never brought on? In fact, maybe what they should have even done is at some point when maybe Rice and Bellingham and Anderson were getting tired out there, bring on another central midfielder. You can even bring on somebody like Kobe Mainu. Bring on Kobe Mainu. Just have more midfielders in there. Block those passing middle channels for Argentina. Because you can clearly see many of the goals, of course, for Argentina. Yes, they were actually crosses, but actually, if you look at the chances leading to the chances leading to those goals, it was Argentina actually combining the play in the middle of the pitch, which is now their strongest area of attack, and then they recycle it to the wing, and of course they deliver it. And you see, if you have got now more midfielders out there, and you've actually got people who actually want to run and actually keep the ball, then you realize that you're going to deny all those spaces for this Argentine team. But now, what did he do? He just completely sat back. In fact, let me just show you guys the momentum of that game, man. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. As soon as England scored, the 55th minute, he sat back. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these picks. Serious attacking intent, man. Look at this. 1.84 XG for Argentina in the last 30 minutes. Look at this, man. Enzo in the 85th minute, Lautaro Martinez, 91st minute. What did you expect? Honestly, what were England fans expecting? What was the England coach expecting? How do they look distraught out there? You refuse to play, man. Sometimes, even after the hydration break, why don't you just go to the manager and tell him, not other than us actually setting up shop and choosing to defend? I think we can actually have a go at this Argentine team. It's not about getting to the final, but it's about at least ensuring that at least we have the buffer, getting the second goal. At least we are going to ensure that at least if we now get the second goal, then now start taking off the defender, taking off the strikers and bringing on the defenders. Now we are safe. But look at what happened. They just continue to soak up pressure, pressure, pressure. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is the tale of the game. This is where the game was won. Look at this. Argentina on the attack, hitting the post twice from McAllister. Another opportunity for Nico Gonzalez on the far side. No, what? Not. I don't think England can actually leave this competition with their heads held high. No, this is clearly one of the poorest performances they have had at this World Cup, and actually came at the semi-final because I can't really say it was exciting. It was only exciting because Argentina were chasing the game. If it was the other way around, and even look at England, as soon as now they were chasing the game, it's just now hoofball into the box, hoofball, hoofball, hoofball. No players who can actually combine in midfield, try and maybe draw people out, maybe combine with the wingers. You're just hoofing balls into Dan Ban, into Kane, into Ivan Tony. Boss, what do you expect? Did Messi get both assists or just one? He got two. Two assists. Two assists. So he's now on, I think he's on four assists. Is it four or five? And with that, it means that now he has gone ahead of Kylian Mbappe in the Golden Boot race because, of course, if two players are tied on um, on goals scored, then the first tiebreaker is assist. If they are still level on assist, the next tiebreaker is what? Shots on target. And of course, the player who has the least shots, of course, gets the nod and of course gets the golden boot because they say that, you know what, this player was actually efficient because he got more goals with fewer chances. Actually got goals with fewer chances. So anyway, England out of the World Cup. They go play the third place game against France on Saturday evening. It's gonna be a good game as well. I think that's gonna might even be a high scoring game, eh? Might actually be a high scoring game. Yeah, yeah, unless maybe Mbappe gets a goal against England, and then maybe Messi fails to score in the final. Because Spain are also not a cheap team, eh? Spain are not an easy team to beat as well. Spain are not an easy team to beat. Look at how they dismantled France yesterday. So I'm happy that we've gotten the World Cup final that we wanted. Two teams that actually want to play football in Spain and Argentina. It's gonna be a serious tactical battle for both managers, man. Because I assure you, if it was England in that final, honestly, it's just been attack versus defense, like what we witnessed today in those last 30 minutes. As soon as England went a goal ahead, it would just have been attack versus defense. Because even in the Euros in 2024, England approached the game the exact same way. They waited for Argentina to score the goals, and then now decided now just hoofing the balls upfield, hoping that at least they are gonna get some few nod-ons and maybe get a goal. What kind of tactic is that? Honestly, me, I've never understood that tactic, where other than actually now try maybe draw players out, you just want to keep hoofing balls into the box. Why can't you just maybe then work out the ball onto the wing and maybe now deliver those crosses in the box? Look at the way Montiel changed the game for Argentina. Cross after cross into the box, man, off the right hand side. And I think Montiel has done enough to actually start that game against Spain. I don't think they should start with Molina. Start with Montiel in that final. That final, if Argentina want to win it, they need to start Montiel because Molina today almost cost them, man. He did not see the run of Gordon at the back post. He was waiting for the ball to drop, but unfortunately, Gordon was a bit too fast for him. I'm going to get to the ball fast. But anyway, thank you so much, Argentina. Yes, I'd honestly predicted an Argentine win. Honestly, I'd said Argentina were going to win it. I didn't think this England team was good enough. One, because they don't have the game changers out there. Two, heavily reliant on Harry Kane. Three, when you expect them to at least now go on the honors and at least maybe even get a second goal after they have scored their first, they choose to sit back. So they don't have really potential match winners in the team and are people who can actually create for them and actually get their goals. That's why after they considered the second goal, they changed their tactic to hoofball tactics. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just kick it long, man. It's like rugby. Let's just gain territory. Let's just gain ground. Let's pump it forward. Let's hope Danban is gonna get a knockdown for one of the strikers, and maybe even Antonio or Kane will actually latch onto it and actually score. How can he score like that, man? No, that doesn't work. That is not the kind of final I wanted to witness. And I'm so happy that at least they're going to come up against France. Let's see how they manage at least to silence the likes of Mbappe and Olise on that particular day. But I do think France are going to win that game comfortably. I don't think England are going to finish third. There's no way England can beat that French team. That French team is filled with so many attacking players out there. And of course, England do not have the tactical discipline to actually deny France any kind of opportunities the same way Spain did. Because see, for Spain, it needed them to be very, very good tactically to beat France yesterday. And I don't think England possess that level of tactical brilliance. They don't have that. They do not have that level of tactical brilliance at all. They don't have it. Because I've always said this, they're always so reliant on Harry Kane. Harry Kane was actually dropping into the number 6 position, sometimes even to create for them. And he's the central striker. So whom do you expect to actually be striking up front if Kane is out there actually creating the chances and actually contributing to the build-up play deep inside his own half? But anyway, at least justice is served for Argentina, clearly being the better team across. I think that last 30 minutes of the second half, as soon as that is where the game was won. Because pretty much up until that time, like I said, I can't really say that either team would have been fair for either team to go into to actually lose the game or even score, because it was anybody's game to score at that point. That's why whenever Argentina scored, England scored, I was like, anyway, so really the deserved, but it's just that they have just taken their moment. But of course, Argentina were able to dig deep and get the equalizer and eventually win it through Lautaro Martinez with a very well taken header at the back post. Even wonder. These guys had six defenders out there, but some of the Lautaro Martinez is getting free headers in the box. Wow. Anyway, game is over for England. The World Cup hopes are over now. So it's now a question of what they're gonna do in the third place playoff game. They're gonna play against France on Saturday night. The game is gonna be kicking off from around midnight. That's East African time, or should I say 2100 GMT. And of course, the final on Sunday, World Cup final, is gonna be played between Spain and Argentina. Game is gonna kick off at from 2200 hours East African time, or 1900 GMT. So make sure you guys are tuned in for those games. Of course, you're gonna cover the two remaining games of this World Cup. We're down to the last two. 102 games played at this World Cup, only two remaining: the third place playoff and the final. And I'm sure it's gonna be an epic final, man. Let's meet here to dissect that final in real time and, of course, enjoy the game as well. Because on top of actually watching the game and actually dissecting it, you also need to enjoy the game. But I'm so happy that at least it's going to be Argentina. My prediction was spot on, because I said I think Argentina are going to pose a much bigger threat. And, of course, also going to be a much better opponent for Spain to come up against in that final. Because if it would have been England, England would have just been dominated from start to finish. Because that Spanish team is way too good, man, at keeping the ball on the floor. But anyway, guys, if you come across this team after it has ended, make sure you do in fact smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for taking your time to be part of this. Yes, let's meet for the other game on Saturday and Sunday, third place playoff, and the final on Sunday. It's down to the last two games of this FIFA World Cup. So until then, guys, do have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day if it is daytime, wherever you are, and see you in the next watch along on Saturday and then the final on Sunday. Until then, do take care, guys, and have a wonderful time, and peace.